code followed by the pound or hash sign. If you are the host, press star now. Please enter your PIN followed by the pound or hash. Thank you. There is one other participant in the conference. Please announce yourself.
Selectman Ronnie Brock, this is Mayor Whitney Rawlings. Are you on the line, sir? All right. Well, it is 5:31, and you ready to go? Selectman Brock? All right. Welcome, everyone. It's 5:30. This is the regular scheduled board meeting of the Board of Mayor and Selectmen, April 24th, 2018. If you'd offer a moment, I'd like to begin our meeting with prayer. Please bow your heads. Gracious Heavenly Father, we're thankful for this day and all our many blessings upon us in this city, friends and family. Thank you for the beautiful day, the blue sky. Thank you for the wonderful people of the city and all of our employees that labor and bring good results to the city of McComb. Look upon this board favorably, and we pray for your divine guidance as we do the will and the agenda set before us. Bless us all, and in Jesus' name we pray these things. Amen. Amen. So, ladies and gentlemen, we do have Selectman Ronnie Brock that's in by teleconference. And Selectman Brock, can you hear us? Can you hear?
Yes.
Okay. And we'll do this as loud as possible to make sure that the audience can hear as well. I would need to, before we get into the consent docket, I would need to ask the board to consider amending the agenda to add 4 additional items. One being an additional grant award, TAP grant award to the city in the amount of $150,000. The other being the 2016 House Bill 1729, which was a $100,000 grant award to the city through the bond fund of the state of Mississippi. Need to discuss that. Selectman Eubanks, at the end of the session, would like to have some comments about a dump, as he lays it out in the Algiers community. Is that correct, Selectman Eubanks?
Yes, sir.
And then also the matter of going into executive session to discuss a matter regarding economic development within the city of McComb and Pike County. So, could I have a motion to amend?
So moved.
Selectman Tullis? Yes. Selectman Eubanks? How do you vote, Selectman Brock?
Yes.
Selectman Hill? McKenzie?
Aye.
Tullis?
Aye.
Cameron?
Aye.
Eubanks?
Aye.
All right. We've amended the agenda to adding 4 additional items. We'll get to them a little bit later on in the docket. First item before us would be the consent docket agenda. That's for your consideration. Without objection, we would move that the consent docket would be approved. Is there objection?
Mayor Rollins?
Selectman Brock?
Yes. Yes. A couple items on the claims item I need to discuss.
All right. Then, Board, I would move that we consider approving the minutes of the regular meeting of the Board of Mayor and Selectmen held April 10th, 2018. Is there a motion and a second?
So moved.
Selectman Eubanks? Selectman Tullis? How do you vote on approving the minutes, Selectman Brock?
Mayor Rollins?
Yes.
The minutes from last week, I would vote to approve with the changes that were included.
All right. We're in discussion, so what changes would you like to make? What do you see?
We had some discussion about the property fence at Boys and Girls Club.
Okay.
Approve with those changes, corrections.
All right. Point me to that page number, Selectman Brock.
I'm not looking at it. I can go back. Just recall that we had some discussion about the fence that we were paying for.
Well, that was in the claim. That was in the claims docket, so that was not. That was within the claims docket. All right.
If there's any claims docket, but claims docket is part of the minutes.
All right. Okay, there came for consideration receiving and approving the claims docket from March 28, 2018 and through April 10, 2018 in the amount of $876,840.65. On a motion by Selectman Ronnie Brock to exclude Gulf State invoice in the amount of $2,895 from the claims docket. Motion passed without objection. All right, so what do you wish to add or subtract from the docket?
I guess I would like to move forward with paying this. My understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Butler, Administrator Butler, that property still remains the property of the City of McComb.
Yes, sir.
Okay, if that's the case, then I would move that we go ahead and pay this particular claim also.
Is it on the claims docket for approval tonight? No, it's not. So we'll get it on the next claim docket, the 1st of May?
That will be fine.
Yeah, that's how we'll handle that. Okay, so the minutes are fine. Is that correct? You just, well, where you make sure. Okay, all right. All right, so if we have discussion about the minutes, all in favor of approving the minutes. Selectman Brock, how do you vote?
Aye.
Selectman Hill. Selectman McKenzie. Selectman Tullis. Selectman Cameron. Selectman Eubanks. Motion carries. All right, then we'll move to the next item, the consent docket. Move to consider receiving and approving the claims docket for the April 11th through 24th, 2018 in the amount of $982,903.75. I need a motion and a second.
So moved.
Selectman Tullis.
Second.
Selectman McKenzie. So your question about the consent claims docket, Selectman Brock, I'll go to you first.
Yes, page 2. Austin Electric. Somebody just tell me a little bit about what that is. Austin Electric replaced one damaged street light on Main Street.
Okay, Selectman Brock, I think I got that. Got this. The JPAC building fell almost a year ago. When the building collapsed, it fell on one of our street lights that was put in the city with the Go Zone grant, and so this is replacing that one fixture on the street. It'll be part of our claim going against the insurance carrier, but it was broken and hanging in the street.
Okay, was that the aluminum or metal foil?
Well, I'm not exactly. They're architectural lighting, and they're flat black. I don't know what the material is, but all along Main Street from Broadway east to Railroad Boulevard, we have that same exact fixture that's been installed. It's an LED fixture, and it was one of those that was built in that grant.
Okay. All right, we'll move forward.
All right, anything else in the claims docket?
Page 4, gas, medical gloves.
Page 4. Name of the vendor is what?
Gas, medical gloves.
Spell it, D-A-S-H?
Correct.
Chief McKenzie?
Yes, sir. That's the nitro gloves that our police officers and our jail personnel wear when handling persons.
That belongs to the police department for when they handle people coming into the police department. They wear those gloves.
Okay, is that a case, box, or?
Several boxes,
Any more information? I see there's $659.
several cases of assorted sizes.
Gotcha.
10 cases in total, 5 medium, 5 large.
Got it. Okay, I'm good.
What else on the claims docket?
Davis court reporting, ask Mr. Downey what transcript, what case is that for? That transcript.
Full memos and Davis court report.
What page is that on?
Wayne Sterling, that's a deposition, I would think.
That is a deposition regarding the lawsuit, City of McComb versus Aries Building System. The deposition was conducted in September 2017.
Okay, got it. Page 5. Emmett Marines Incorporated, I guess this is the fire department.
That's my bass boat.
You're in trouble.
But I would think that would be the fire department. Chief,
Yes, sir. That was gonna be for a cover for our rescue boat, that we bought with Homeland Security funds. It's kind of out, a little bit out in the weather, so we had to get a cover for that boat. The boat was very expensive, so we got a cover for that boat and a couple of the paddles that had disintegrated over time.
reimbursable?
No, sir. None of that.
Not on that. Did you hear that, Selectman Brock?
I got it. Page 7. Little Dixie Yard Works.
Okay. Question?
Question with Mr. Butler. I'm looking for another document that I don't see in regard to Little Dixie Yard Works. Is this just for a label? I seem like I saw another filling somewhere for material.
No, this is labor and material on this document here.
Okay, so we're not paying a separate invoice, or do we pay a separate invoice every month for materials that we supply to them to do the work?
All right, let me let Mr. Lambert answer that one, please.
That actually has to do with the fact we don't have a contract with Little Dixie right now. So what we did, there were several locations because of events we had coming up that needed to be worked. So we went in, they provided some labor and material on that, but then we also, there may have been a claim where we bought some mulch, okay, separately that was in addition to that. But that was that. I think we've got on the agenda tonight to approve the contract with Little Dixie going forward.
Okay.
Okay, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
So if I'm hearing correctly, we got an item on the agenda tonight for Little Dixie Yard Works, and this is for the contract to include the work plus the materials, just the labor.
The contract is going to include some of the materials. We left some of the materials outside the contract because we felt like it was cheaper to do it that way, like the mulch. We'll buy it as we need it. If he had to put that in there, he may put in for us to buy 10 tons and we'll use 3 in a year or something, okay? So we left the mulch outside. The contract spells out, we spelled out in the bid what we would be doing and what materials would be outside of that.
Okay, is that, access to, Lambert, is that like an open invoice that the contractor goes and gets these materials at will?
No, sir.
You have to go through Mr. Lambert.
He has to come through us and we issue a purchase requisition and that kind of thing. He cannot go get them at will, no, sir. It has to be approved by us.
Okay, got it.
All right?
Page number 9, Mayor Rollins.
Go.
And Southern on-site, this is about the porta potties,
Yes.
toilets on the fields. This kind of comes into another one issue. Let's see. This $200 fee is for us to rent a porta potty on one of the fields, correct? Mr. Ryan?
Kessler might have the answer to that. You know about that, Ron?
Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Brock, we had a church group participate in an Easter egg hunt, and then the Pike County semi-pro football team plays their home games there. So those porta potties were there for both those events, and they'll be there for some time. As we go into our soccer season, they'll be there the majority of this summer.
Okay, I'm gonna make a note here, Mr. Ron. Looks like the field over in East McComb, some of the citizens may be renting that field. There's no porta potty there or water. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, I'll come in and we'll discuss that a little.
Yes, sir.
All right. And I believe, let me check there, I think one more. That concludes.
Any other discussion on the claims docket? Ready to vote? How do you vote, Selectman Brock?
Aye.
Selectman Hill? Selectman McKinley? Selectman Tullis? Cameron? You may? The claims docket has been approved. The vote was unanimous. Next, we move to employee recognition. We have Marion Barnado for 5 years of service in the Department of Public Safety, Police Support Jailer. Chief Scott McKenzie, is Mr. Barnado here with you?
Ms. Barnado, no, sir.
Okay. Would you like to, is she going to come back at another meeting, or do you want to take her?
We're going to take her.
Okay, all right. You work that out with Ms. Fortenberry, the clerk.
Yes, sir.
All right, then I would move we consider adopting a resolution appointing Richard Bruce Bynum, Jr. as a probationary police officer for the Police Division of the Department of Public Safety, effective May the 4th, 2018. I need a motion and a second.
So moved.
Selectman Tullis?
Second.
Selectman Cameron for the second of the motion. Chief Scott McKenzie, Richard Bruce Bynum Jr. here?
Yes, sir.
Is he by himself or with family?
He is by himself tonight, sir.
Well, speak up, address the board, tell us a little about Mr. Bynum.
Mr. Bynum comes to us, he is an already certified law enforcement officer. With approval of this board tonight, we're looking to put him to work Friday of this week. He is anxious and ready to go. He is.
This says effective May the 4th. Is that a problem, Ms. Dillon? Ms. Davis, pardon me.
No, we just need to change it to the 27th.
Yes.
We need to change the date.
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead. Show me your comment.
He's completed all the necessary requirements, and we feel like Mr. Bynum will be a asset to our department. He is eager and very anxious to go to work for the City of McComb Police Department.
Okay. Would there be discussion? Mr. Bynum, where did you work before?
Or Brookhaven Police Department, sir.
Okay. Good move coming down here to the City of McComb.
Yes, sir.
And how long did you work?
Year and 8 months.
Okay. And so will we work with the City of Brookhaven as far as sharing training costs? Y'all, we do that or not do that?
Only if they ask.
Got it. Okay. All right. Okay. Any discussion or questions? Selectman Eubanks. Bynum.
Mr. Bynum, how you
Yes,
doing?
sir. I'm doing well.
Look, we have an ordinance here in the city of McComb.
Yes, sir.
We, for lack of a better term, outlaw smoking in cars with kids because of secondhand smoke, emphysema, blood pressure in children. Grown folks can smoke till they fall out. I don't care. I just want to make sure you know that we have a law here in the city of McComb that you cannot be enclosed in a car smoking cigarettes, even with the windows down.
Yes, sir.
And whatever else they smoke, vape, whatever that is.
Yes, sir.
So, I appreciate you. Thanks.
Yes, sir.
Anything else? Well, then let me restate the motion, Selectman, to correct the date. I'm going to restate the motion, Selectman Brock, to change the effective date.
Go ahead.
I move to consider adopting a resolution appointing Richard Bruce Bynum, Jr. as a probationary police officer for the Police Division of the Department of Public Safety, effective April 27, 2018. Is there a motion and a second? Selectman Cameron made the motion, Selectman Tullis for the second. Further discussion? Are you ready to vote? Objection, how do you vote, Selectman Brock?
Aye.
Selectman Hill?
Aye.
Selectman Kinsey? Selectman Tullis? Selectman Cameron? Selectman Eubanks? All voted aye, motion did pass. It was unanimous. Thank you. Congratulations. Goes to work Friday. And that, you've got all that set up with Ms. Davis as far as pay and getting all processed in. All right, do you have? All right, item number 5, I'd move to consider adopting a resolution appointing Stephen Kyle Brady Jr. as a probationary police officer for the Police Division of the Department of Public Safety, effective May the 4th, 2018, Chief?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is there a motion and a second?
Sorry, 27th as well.
Pardon me, let me restate that again. Move to consider adopting a resolution appointing Stephen Kyle Brady Jr. as a probationary police officer for the Police Division of the Department of Public Safety, effective April 27th, 2018. Is there a motion and a second? Selectman Tullis?
Second.
Selectman Eubanks? Chief Scott McKenzie.
Same song, different verses. Folks, Mr. Brady is eager and anxious to go to work as well. He also is coming to us by way of the city of Brookhaven. I'll say about Mr. Brady, he's got a background in youth ministry, so
No, just hang him up. All right. I need to get him back on the line.
do what you gotta do, sir.
It's right here. Why you let me do that? I don't know, sir. I'm afraid I did.
Welcome. This service is provided by freeconferencecall.com. Please enter your access code followed by the pound or hash sign. If you are the host, press star now. Otherwise, please enter your PIN followed by the pound or hash. Thank you. There is one other participant in the conference. Please announce yourself.
Selectman Brock, you back on the line?
Back on the line.
Well, I think maybe, did you put us on hold?
I think the call dropped.
I think the call dropped. All right, okay. Well, I heard some music like maybe you put us on hold. If you're going to put yourself on hold, just let me know so I can figure out what's going on without having to cut you off. Okay, he's back on the line. We're talking about item number 5, approval of Stephen Kyle Brady. Did you hear the motion and second?
I did.
All right. We're discussion for the board of Mr. Brady. How many years of service do you have, sir?
Sir, I have 5 years.
5, great, okay. Any further discussion? Then are you ready to vote? Selectman Hill.
This question is for Chief McKenzie.
Yes, sir.
Is there a reason why we're getting, I mean, this is our 3rd officer, which is fine with me. My 3rd officer from Brookhaven. Is there a reason why we're getting so many officers from Brookhaven?
I think the first one that we ended up with, Officer Haas,
Yes.
obviously he moved back down this way because of his grandfather, and living in the area, moved back to Pike County. He obviously knows these gentlemen and speaks very highly of the fire department. Officer Haas obviously left Brookhaven PD, came to work for McComb by way of his grandfather who lives in this area. And he obviously knows Brookhaven police officers, and he goes to them and speaks extremely highly of our police department. And they came down and they both spoke with us in depth on multiple occasions, and have decided to take the advice of their officer friend that used to work with them, that McComb PD is a great place to work, and this is where they'd like to take Homestead and move this direction.
Any other discussion? Then vote. Oh, some of you actually have a
I
question?
just want to remind you, we have an ordinance against.
I agree with it, it will be upheld.
All right. Then, how do you vote, Selectman Brock?
Aye.
Selectman Hill? Kinsey? Tullis? Cameron?
Aye.
Eubanks?
Aye.
All voted aye. The motion passed. It was unanimous. Congratulations. Welcome to our police force. Good job, Chief. All right. Before we get into the docket, I would move that we would consider going into executive session to discuss a matter of, regarding a matter of economic development, to include from our Pike County ED Board, Jill Busby and Wes Nunnery, also City Attorney Dowdy and City Administrator Butler. Would there be a motion and a second?
So moved.
Seven Tullis?
Second.
Seven Cameron for the second. How do you vote, Selectman Brock?
Aye.
Seven Hill? Seven McKenzie?
Aye.
Seven Tullis, seven Cameron, and seven Evans. All right, so it's unanimous. We will be moving into executive session. Now, don't do anything, Selectman Brock. I believe that I can just put you on hold and pick it up in the boardroom, in your office.
Can we call it in
Ms. Janice? All right. Who's got the skills to do such?
The call is hard again. 0, 2.
All right. Yes. 0, 2.
What number 2?
Number 2. Oh, Lord.